feel the power of the dark.
Hey guys, I hope you're hungry. Welcome back to War Stories here on the Fullensons channel. My name is Jericho. So, over the last weekend, Star Wars held its annual expo called Celebration. There's one every single year. It's usually in America, but it's been in Europe. I think this was like the fifth or sixth one in Europe. And there was some new news about several Star Wars topics, so I thought I'd just do a quick little kind of roundup of all the little tidbits that we got during the convention. So first of all, concerning Rogue One, which comes out this December, and just in case you didn't know, it's a prequel, a direct prequel to A New Hope. It concerns the early Rebel Alliance trying to capture the plans for the Death Star that end up being carried by R2. Leia receives them aboard the Tantive 4 at the very beginning of Episode 4. She gives them to R2, who takes them to Obi-Wan, and that's the impetus for Luke's whole adventure. So there is a new trailer for Rogue One, but as of the time of recording, which is Sunday, it wasn't released to the public yet. It only was shown at the convention. But there was some people described it in text, and is apparently really cool. Some interesting little points is there's a new planet that we see called Jeddah. I believe it's pronounced J-E-D-A-H, which is described as the spiritual home of the Jedi by director Gareth Edwards in interviews. We also see Jimmy Smits returning as Bail Organa, the role he played in Episode 3, which I think is really cool. And apparently it's only like in a reflection, but you also see Darth Vader for the first time in this new Rogue One trailer. But while the trailer itself wasn't released to the general public and was only shown at the convention, they did have something for us. It's usually called a sizzle reel. Basically what it is some rapid fire footage, some old and some new, and it was interspersed with like interviews with cast and crew, and it's really cool. It was definitely better than nothing. I was disappointed that we didn't get the trailer because it had been widely reported that it was going to be fully released. I would expect to see it basically any day, but we didn't get the trailer, but at least we got this. And like I said, there is some new footage, and it's a cool little short. It shows Felicity Jones, who plays Jyn Erso, the main character, and the director Gareth Edwards. Warwick Davis is in it, so it's something cool to check out if you're interested. And they also announced that, just like with The Force Awakens, is going to be one day that's a worldwide launch date for all the merchandise. It's going to be September 30th. So there might be like a big event, if you remember, Force Friday in, I guess, January of last year. No, it was later than that. I can't remember. But they had just a huge like midnight launch for all of the Force Awakens collectibles. It was like a big party. So it looks like they're going to do the same sort of thing for Rogue One merchandise. So moving on from Rogue One, the Rebels show, I'll admit I have never really watched Rebels. I wanted to finish Clone Wars all the way first, and I'm still moving through it. So I can't really speak with a lot of authority. But the trailer looked really cool, and they apparently also showed the first episode of Season 3, and it got really good reviews. Darth Maul is a character in Rebels, even though he's like really old now. They brought him back since he was in Clone Wars. Now he's back in Rebels as well, and he'll still be a character, judging by the Season 3 trailer. But by far the biggest announcement, the biggest announcement to me of the entire expo was that Grand Admiral Thrawn from the Heir to the Empire trilogy is now going to be a canon character again. So the Heir to the Empire was really the trilogy, that novel by Timothy Zahn in 1993? Yes. Really inspired the expanded universe. If not for that novel, it probably wouldn't have happened. It's a trilogy about this alien called Grand Admiral Thrawn that seizes control of what's left of the Empire after Return of the Jedi and brings the new Republic to their knees. So Grand Admiral Thrawn looking just like he did, personality just like he was described. Scenes that he will definitely be in Rebels Season 3. He's in the teaser trailer. And there also is going to be a brand new novel by the original author Timothy Zahn that's now going to be canon again. So it's really great. If you saw my last episode about the Legends Never Die, preserving the expanded universe movement, it still isn't quite with the goals of them being just shared separate universes, but I'll take it. I never thought Thrawn is probably my very favorite expanded universe character, so I am like beside myself that he's gonna be a canon character again. So super exciting news. Okay, so moving on to this game, Star Wars Battlefront. So Bespin has released a few weeks ago, again at time of recording. Death Star will be the next DLC dropping in September. They confirmed that Bossk and Chewbacca will be the two new heroes, which was not really a surprise. Bossk's gun, the Relby, has been in the game for a while, and I think everybody expected that Chewbacca would get added sooner or later. It's crazy that he wasn't in the base game. So that's all cool. And they also announced that the final expansion pack, once again not a big surprise to anybody, will be Scarif, a planet, the sort of tropical beach planet that we've seen in Rogue One trailers. And the playable heroes for that will be Jyn Erso, Felicity Jones's character, and Director Krennic, the one in the Grand Admiral looking garb from the trailers. So that's all cool and exciting. I'm a little bit sad that we won't have more original trilogy characters added. I would have liked to see maybe Grand Moff Tarkin or Ben Kenobi as playable heroes, but maybe they'll get added as free content or just outside of the traditional DLC. There's no guarantees of how they're going to end up doing their doing DLC going forward with Battlefront. And the other big announcement was skirmish mode that I probably will be using for recording a lot. Basically, it's an offline way to play Walker Assault and Fighter Squadron, which was Fighter Squadron was what I was just doing. So it's really cool. You won't be so dependent on the servers. You know, you can get good practice against AI. But I'm all over it. I think it's a really good addition, a long time coming for the game. To be able to play with bots is really neat. And that's coming out super soon. The 21st of July is the official release date for that. So last and kind of least is episode 8. I was shocked with how little discussion of episode 8 there was. I guess they don't want to overshadow Rogue One because I think they want to treat it as a really big important deal, and that's fine, that's fair. But I cannot believe that we still don't have a title. I thought for sure, I've been saying for months that's why we hadn't gotten the title yet, because they're waiting for Celebration. But Celebration has come and gone, and no title for episode 8 yet. There was a pretty strong looking rumor that it was going to be called Fall of the Republic. There was like, it was not advertised, like decorations basically for Celebration apparently was what they claimed, that showed the Fall of the Republic branding. But now that Celebration Europe has come and gone, that is, you know, basically off the table. I guess it's still possible that it's the title, but quite unlikely. And unfortunately, that's really it. There was no, the lack of announcement of a title is the biggest news about episode 8 coming out of the conference. They did say that it continues directly after episode 7. So it's the first time for a Star Wars movie. The smallest gap in time between any other movie is the 1 year between Empire and Return of the Jedi. But this is, it continues immediately after. And we had heard hints before. Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey, hinted in interviews that it picks up directly where Seven left off with them, with her, you know, meeting Luke on the Jedi steps. But yeah, this is our first real confirmation that that is indeed exactly what will happen. That the movie will pick up straight where it left off. So I think that's kind of cool. But like I said, that was the big sort of disappointment of the conference to me, that they had so little to say about episode 8. And, you know, like I said, they don't want to overshadow Rogue One. But I don't know, I guess maybe soon. I don't know when will be the next convenient time for them to make an announcement of the title, though. Like, I would think they would want to do it on such a big stage. I guess the next Disney Expo. Disney also has their own. It's called D23. So I guess they'd want to do it then, so because Disney doesn't usually have a big presence at. Oh, hey Luke, doesn't usually have a big presence at Comic-Con and stuff like that. So I guess, you know, they want to have their own spotlight to do it. So I guess that's when they'll do it. That's later on in the summer. But so yeah, it was a cool. I'm so excited about the Grand Admiral Thrawn announcement. You know, my nitpicks about, you know, what we learned at the expo are kind of null and void. But I am disappointed that we didn't get the actual trailer for Rogue One yet, and I am disappointed to not get a title for episode 8. But other than that, I thought it was really cool and fun. I'd love to go in person one day. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and stick with me. I'm going to try to, whenever we have good updates of information for any new Star Wars content, I'll try to keep you guys appraised of it as much as I can. If you did enjoy, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Every Tuesday and Thursday we have war stories just like this, where I mess around on Star Wars Battlefront and talk about random topics, be it news, movie reviews, whatever happens to come to mind. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you leave a like rating if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. I don't know about you, but I'm full.